Hi guys, Rhonda here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my video. And did you notice I didn't say, I almost did Rhonda without an H? It really is Rhonda without an H. But I'm trying not to say that anymore because, well, you'll have to watch my other video that's designed for new subscribers to find out why. All right. So anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's so good to be here. I love being with you guys. I want to show you what I've been doing in my altered book bullet journal and kind of catch up just a little bit there. I did, excuse me, since we last chatted, I did add a little glassine pocket to the front of my book, and then we'll just quickly go, let's see, where was I? I believe this was the page that we did, and I just want to finish out here just a little bit. I'll bring it a little bit closer so you can see real clearly. I just added some leaves, a little bit of layering, not a lot, and then just some fun little images on the back page here. I wanted deliberately to separate my months, and that's why I don't have the October first part on this side, because I want to keep it in the month that it's designed for. That's why you just see half of the week on here. So then we come to October, and of course everybody's thinking about Halloween and pumpkins and all that good stuff. And I love the decorating part, but I'm not like a scary Halloween girl. I love the cutesy, you know, kind of the fun, and love pumpkins. But I'm not like a real, like skeletons and creepy weirdo stuff. I kind of am like, but that's just me. Okay, so what I did, I also changed my calendar. Now, if you haven't seen my other videos, check out my playlist, and it's also listed on my YouTube channel if you just scroll down. My personal bullet journaling, altered book journaling, something like that. Anyway, and you can see where I go to get my templates. It's printablepaper.net. Sorry. And I changed this because I wanted to have a little bit more space to add some fun decorating. And this month for October, I just kept it real easy, and I just put some fun stickers that I had, and then a little bit of washi tape, and added my parchment paper underneath, so it kind of fades out the writing underneath but doesn't eliminate it. I love the layering, being able to look through and see the goodness behind it, but it doesn't detract. Anyway, for me, I love it that way. Okay, so going to the first week, keeping in mind I want to keep the first half of my week on the left and the second half on the right. So what I did for October brings the following things to mind. And then I just did a little bit of collaging. And of course, with collaging, I'm layering. I'm always looking for layering and bringing out different textures. I just think it makes our journals so much more fun and interesting. So I'll just read a couple of the things that I enjoy with October. Fall decor all over. I mean, I love seeing all the pumpkins and the way people decorate their yards and the colors, the fall leaves. Oh my goodness. It's on my bucket list someday to do a fall color trip to the New England states. Oh, that would be fabulous. So I bring out those colors in my decorating because I really do in the fall time. I love the vivid colors. The oranges and browns and reds and greens and just how they all mix together, and it's just like this huge flame. I love that. And it's just, it's like they're just, before they go to bed to sleep for the winter, they're just having a party. And I love that. Fall is my favorite season of the year. And it just brings back some wonderful memories. I have wonderful memories of fall. Okay, so I've got a little bit of lace going on here. I have more pages on top of pages. I think I counted on this one. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers on this in this particular area. It's really not that uncommon, and I've used some of Artie Mae's, some of her images. I also created a page myself of some mushrooms that I took off Pinterest that I printed out, and I'm using those, and they're just fun. And then I have also been using, I also have another video where I do embellishing of washi tapes for clusters and things that we do in our journaling, you guys. And one particular one, let me just show you. Getting distracted here, sorry. But I have been cutting out these little images, and that is what I have created. That's what all of these are from my washi tape. Is that fabulous? Don't they just look cute? And they're small enough to where they fit nicely. They don't overpower it, but then they still just add the layers and the texture and just make it fun. So, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. I had fun creating this. Then we'll flip the page over to, we're in this week now. Today is Wednesday. And here again, I layer and layer, and by the time I get done, oftentimes I have added many, many layers. And I'm not talking about huge amounts either. I'm talking about little bits, little small little bits here and there to just add. It's the small details sometimes that just make an amazing difference in your work, in your artwork. And I hope that you are enjoying creating. I hope that if you're doing an altered bullet journal, I'd love to have you comment below and share with me how it's going and what things you're doing with it. Love to see pictures too, but I just, you guys, I can't even begin to tell you, this is so much fun. This is just so much fun. I'm having such a great time with this. It's like, I'm surprised too, because I did try the regular bullet journaling, and it just is so laborious. It just takes forever. And you can see when I say bullet journal, I mean it in the very loosey-goosey way, because I'm not a bullet journaler, and I apologize to those of you that do an amazing job and you keep it all faithfully just as it's meant to be and was designed. I'm not trying to take away from what you do. I admire it. Absolutely. But for some of us that have trouble doing that, this is just a fun alternative. And now you can also notice I'm changing up for each, like this was for September, this paper that I printed these calendars on, and I also even went smaller because, let me pull this up again. This is nice, but you really don't have much room to do a whole lot of anything. And I don't write like personal kinds of things necessarily in my bullet journal. This is more like my tasks. These are things that I want to do every day. This is birthdays. This is remember, to do this and that. And so I really don't need a huge amount of room to say that. And so I really am quite happy with this. I reduced it quite a bit. And as you'll notice, this gives me a lot more room to just make it fun. And so I'm continuing on with this month, just doing the little bits and pieces. These are mine. This is Artie Mae's. This is Artie Mae's. This is Artie Mae's, and this is Artie Mae's, and just different bits and bobs here and there. This is one of my washi tape stickers, or anyway, embellishments. So, and I feel like this is done. So now I have a good beginning on the next week. This is next week's journaling. And this is pretty, just the way it is. In fact, this is done. This is the one. Sorry, I'm looking at this. I'm thinking, wait a minute, this looks done to me. And it is. Here again are the embellishments that I created with my washi tape and just put them on paper. I put like on yellow paper or on orange paper, and this is how they came out. So I'm really thrilled with them. So again, we've got the mushrooms and little hand-drawn leaves here and there, and then also some from other designers that I have their digital downloads. On the layering, I have on this one, this behind here, that is a dyed coffee filter. I have book page. I have a digital download. I have a paper napkin. I have, not on this page, and I also have fabric here. Do I have lace on this page? I don't know. I don't think I did lace. Oh, no. Okay, so turning the page. Aha, here's my lace on the next page. Now, this is what I want to work on for just a little bit and get your help with. I've got this in a good way. I like this. I like the structure of it. In quilting terms, there's something called random scrappy, which means that you have a random amount of, that's not what I mean. Yes, random scrappy is just anything and everything goes. I apologize. I don't know how to do this. If I ever learn how to put things up on the screen so that you can see that where I'm talking, what I meant to say is controlled scrappy. I apologize. Controlled scrappy is where you have bits and pieces, but they're controlled in that they are usually a certain color tone or color family, something of that nature, or organized somewhat, so they're scrappy to an extent, but not completely random. So that's the difference between the two. I prefer to create with a controlled, scrappy look than the random. And this is what I consider kind of a controlled scrappy. Everything's sort of orderly, but you still have a lot of different elements that don't always necessarily go together. Okay, so this I have fussy cut these sweet little mushrooms, and this is where I want to put those. But I thought that before that we could do some more layering here. Now, this is beautiful just as it is. It absolutely would be fine. But I really love this eclectic, the overall, I know a lot of people are less is more, and I'm a more is more, kind of. Okay, so what I want to do here is bring out, let's bring in some of the papers a little bit and add a few different elements here. Let's move our mushrooms off to the side for a second. Now I already have the map stuff. The music would be good. And color, that would be good. Some tearaway things. Let's see about maybe some fabric that we can pull in here. Oh, and this green masking paper, that's good too. Let me see. There's another. This is from my recent coffee dyeing video. I created these wonderful coffee dyed papers. The yellow would work. Could pull some of that in maybe. And do I have any more of... I do. I've got some more of this green. All right. For fabric, I could also, I have been using this yellow napkin. That could be a nice base. And of course, I've got the dotted Swiss. We love that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Well, let's just, I don't want to, I do overthink things a lot. But, let's see. How much of that do we want? And we will just get us a little bit. I know, I never knew when I bought my quilting supplies how nicely they would work for journaling as well. Isn't that fun? I love the texture that will bring out, and I'm just going to keep those just a little bit loose there. So for this particular one, I'm going to use my double-sided sticky tape, and I buy this on, let's see, it's about, yay. I buy this on Amazon. Let me see, where are my scissors? And I think it's very reasonable. Let's cover that. I don't want, oops, I cut that just a little bit too long. One thing about the sticky tape is you guys, it's really sticky. I used this mainly in scrapbooking, and of course I don't really do much of that anymore as such, but I've switched to this, the mixed media art and journaling and whatnot, making the journals. Loving it. So what I did was I just burnished it a little bit to make sure it's down nicely. And this dotted Swiss, it absolutely, that's the front. It's just an old piece of fabric that I've had picked up a few years ago. Okay, so there's another layer. Now let's see about some of these other things that I was talking about. And I also have, if that's not enough, I have some colored papers over here. So I have some very exciting, scary news I want to share with you guys. I'll do that while I am creating here. I have been wanting to do this for quite some time, but I have actually been scared to do it. But I've decided that I'm going to do live streaming videos on occasion. I know. But I think it would be so much fun to be in the same, to be just connected better to you and be able to share. And you can create along with me, or you can be doing whatever it is you want to do, and we can just talk and chat. And I have quite a bit to learn still, and I'm not going to do it like in the next week, but I did get equipment, and my husband is helping me get set up. Just a sec, let me get my ink to go around the edges here. So very likely within the next couple of weeks, I will be doing, I'm going to give it a go. And see about doing a live stream and see if that would be interesting to a few of you perhaps. So what I need from you guys is I need you to give me times that work best for you as far as evening, daytime, morning, afternoon, early evening, later in the evening. Just kind of put in the comments below. Let me know, you guys, what is going to work the best for you that way. And I will just, I'll go by those. And I'll also, I have to also look at my schedule and see what's going to work. And I recognize that I'm in a completely different time zone than many of you may be. And so it may not be possible. Well, obviously, it's not going to be possible for everybody to join me. Oh, but wouldn't that be fun? When we just have a party? Oh, gosh. That'd be great. Who knows? Maybe at some point they'll have things in a way connected so that, well, anyway, not gonna happen immediately though, for sure. Okay, so I have created, I put a foreign book page on top of this, and then I have the map. So I've got the actual book page, and then the foreign book page, and then the map, and then the tag, and then the fabric. And now in this area, I'm on my 6th layer right here. So that just to give you an idea of the layering that goes into the journaling that I love to do. Okay, so continuing on. Do we want to do the orange? I'm not, and I'm really not an orange girl as a general rule, but, oh no, that goes kind of pretty with that, doesn't it? That could go. Or even this, that's got some pretty colors in it. Well, maybe we'll use both. I don't know. Let's see. But I do love to use the autumn colors in the fall. I love orange in the fall. That's it. That's it. I'm not generally speaking, I'm not an orange girl. But fall time, that's completely different. So I'm just cutting off, adding another layer because I can, and because I'm having fun, and because I'm visiting with you while I'm doing it. And so we continue. All right. I also, and some of you may notice, or by the time this is published, we'll have already looked at it. I actually created a video just before the one I'm doing now, kind of to new subscribers or potential new subscribers that don't know anything about me, just explaining just a little bit, who I am, what I like, and yeah, so you can get to know me. And of course, all of my wonderful subscribers, I of course would love to have you go take a peek at that too. And it does explain why I don't want to use the intro Ronda without an H anymore. Okay. So that's going to be good, but I need a little something for this. And I'm wondering if this might be that perfect little something. Look at that. Look at that. La! But it needs to be, well, let's tear a little bit away. And tear a little bit away. Oh, and it's such a beautiful fall day today, you guys. Oh my goodness. I'm loving it so much. Oh, yes. This is cool. This is cool. All right. All right. Now, that's what we need to do. Let's take it back down a little bit so that you can still see in frame, but it's not like in your face frame. And I have a little more room that I can work with. Let's turn this around because I deliberately, kept this so that my Sunday is open for a little bit more bullet journaling there. Oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. So I have to tell you kind of a funny little story By the way, I have an amazing husband. He's so good to me. He just treats me with such love and respect. I don't know that, I mean, he's wonderful. But, so I told him of my desire to perhaps do some live YouTube streaming and my fear, of course, and that I may need some different equipment for that. And I had been saving my pennies for a while to be able to accommodate. So he's doing a live stream, and I don't know if any of you caught, he didn't realize, but he was learning about it, and he went public. It went public, a live stream. And before he shut it off, it was only about, I don't know, like 15, 16 seconds or something. But when I saw it, I'm just kind of like, do you? He's like, oops. Oh, I even had to go out. He was mowing the lawn. And I had to run out there and go, honey, you live streamed on my channel. He's like, what? Oh, it was great. Just one of those funny things that just happen sometimes. Oh, now that's pretty. That's really pretty, isn't it? I love that. Oh. So anyway, he learned how to do it, so he's been doing it privately. So no one can see it but me or him. And he just still has to figure out the camera, where to put the web camera, position it for me so that I can manage it without too terribly much effort. Now I think for this, you guys, I'm just gonna bring in just a teensy bit more around the edge here and put this leaf, these gorgeous purple red leaves. Oh my. Love, love, love the fall. Absolutely do. Okay. Okay, let's see. How do we want this? I'll move that up a little bit more. So I can do it like this. I can do it like this. Now, if I do it like that, I can't see this layer, and I kind of like looking at this layer. So, but I could pull this down, and I still have layering over here and here, so that wouldn't interfere with that. But now I could go up like thus and such. I think I like it just like that. Oops. Let's do it on the right side. And I have mentioned before in my videos, I do have a tendency to use a lot of different glues. I switch. I don't have like one go-to that I always use. Well, I kind of always do use the art glitter glue, but I use it in combination with the stick glue and also, you know, with the double-sided tape and occasionally with the fabric tack. Okay. Alrighty. Let's bring that up so you can get a closer look at that. Is that gorgeous? Is that just, oh, that's so pretty. That is so nice. Okay, let's move over to this side. And you know, I can also put a little something up here. And I'm really loving these little quotes and words and such. So let's take a peek at some of these. Life starts all over again when it gets crisp in the fall. And isn't that true, you guys? I mean, that's just a tiny bit bigger than what I want, because I really don't want to cover up much of that image at all. Now, so I could do something like that, and then I could put this on this side, or, you know, let's just try. I'm not trying to discredit any creator. F. Scott Fitzgerald, I am using your words here, perhaps, but we just want them a little more concise. Okay, we also want to do the edge, get that fun edging around. It just really finishes it off nicely, I think. So let's just get some of that. So today is Wednesday, October 7th, that I'm creating this video, and tonight is the presidential debate, and I am I'm like somewhat nervous. I was really, quite frankly, in the presidential debate, and I don't really like to talk about politics, but it is part of our reality here in the United States that we're living in. I'm taking a little bit of lace and I'm cutting up this, continuing to cut up. I got it and it was ragged when it was given to me, but it's beautiful lace. Now let's see. Yeah, not loving it. Not loving it. Okay. I kind of like that. See, this is the part. This is the part, my friends. It's like, oh, come on, come on. Get the thinking cap going. Oh, now that's kind of very amazing. I love that. Maybe that's okay. I like that. So, you know, when I hesitate, and sometimes there really aren't, you know, it's like many things would be beautiful. It's just a matter of what speaks to you. And so when something speaks to me, it's like, okay, go for it, do it. Because oftentimes it's, this is pretty, well, so is this. So let's just leave that for right now. I'm not 100% sure what we want to do with that, but I absolutely love what we've done here. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, you guys, this is just... So when I do a spread like this, you guys, it's like it makes me want to get in here and work and do something in here, which is a good thing, right? It makes me want to make sure that I get in and I X out the things that I've done and that I calendar the next week or however far ahead I want to go, and that I look and see what things I've put down as my tasks and events and different things. It just makes me want to open it up and look through my book and just see how pretty it is. And you know, when I'm done, this will be a fun book. I can put it on the shelf. Now, one thing I will tell you, I'm going to deviate just a minute. You know what? In fact, I think I'm going to finish that other page off camera because I want to share this other thing with you. If you're doing this, you can see how my book is holding together pretty well now. It's starting to fold out just a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do in the future for my pages, I'm going to take out more. I took out 8 in this last segment, in these last pages. So I think I'm going to, and these two are glued together, so I need to keep a single page, and I'll rip pages out, and then I will glue this page to the one that's left, and that will cover up where I've ripped the pages out. So I think I want to take more pages out. So let's do that. I'm just going to show you. I don't believe I did this in the first video. If I did, I apologize for repeating myself. But for those that might be new or that haven't seen the other videos, perhaps this will be helpful for you. Keeping in mind, if you're doing an altered bullet journal or journaling, altered book, whatever you're doing, make sure if you're ripping out pages, you want to make sure that your book is bound by gluing and not by stitching. You have the two different ways the books are bound. One is by stitching the pages in, and one is by gluing the pages in. If these pages were stitched in, they would be attached to another one on the opposite side. So while I'm tearing however many pages out here, then over here, they'd be loosey-goosey, and I'd need to take them out there too. Otherwise, the book wouldn't hold together well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go 7, 8, 9. Let's do 9. And you can see the glue there, or the pages where they're in. Now I'm just going to glue it. And this is an all-purpose Elmer's glue stick that I'm using. And I am just making sure that I'm gluing it very well. I don't want there to be any question as to whether it's got enough glue. And it's an easy thing to do, it really is. And it's just kind of a fun thing. So then we'll put that back. And then, she said, then we just pull it over, we close the book on it, we open it back up, and we just smooth it out. And we have created another page. So this one went from 187 to 208. And yet all of those torn pages are glued inside. Okay? All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and turn the video off now so I can get this uploaded. I'll finish this, and in my next bullet journal video, then I'll show you what I ended up doing here and if I did anything over here or not. And I hope that if you're doing one along, that you're having a great time with it as well. All right. Thank you for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, I would sure appreciate a thumbs up, and click the bell by subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. I can always improve, and I'm learning and I'm growing, but I do love to share with you. I love you guys. You're important, each and every one of you. The Lord loves you, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.